Alright guys, welcome back. We've got another Model 12 here. This one was sent in by Emily for service and maintenance. Pardon me, I had to get some coffee. And I got it plugged in, and this thing is in beautiful shape. And the finish on this thing is just incredible. But anyways, let's see how it runs. Alright, it does seem to run. A little noisy at first, but I'm guessing that noise was coming from dry bushings on there, so nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, I've heard that before. So let's see what it looks like inside. Yeah, the outside of this thing is just unbelievable. I cannot believe how good the finish is on here and how clean this thing is. Even in here, I mean, it's clean. This is definitely a clean machine. Down in there, nice and clean. I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's good to see, though. Trying to keep my fat hands out of you guys' way. Alright. These screws just seem long all the time. They're not that long, but when you're unscrewing them, they always seem so long. Alright, let's get a first look inside here. Yeah, not too shabby. Looks like old grease. But, I mean, it looks, it's funny looking in here, man. This thing doesn't even look dirty. Usually these gaskets are black and grungy. This is odd. Not sure what to make of this. If this was a machine that was never used or what. I mean, obviously it's old. The grease is old, you can tell. But looking at this whole machine, though, it's I don't know. It looks like it hasn't been used, which is kind of cool. Alright, so now that we've established that grease is old, which we knew, take a look at the back here. Let's see what we got going on. Let's unplug it first. Okay, so you can tell it was definitely used. There's flour in the cap, there's flour back here. So it's not an unused machine. I'm thinking maybe it was just a recently used machine. Alright, let's give our little resistor here the test. Okay, well, you can see exposed wire on there. And I think it does look like it got pretty hot. But, you never know. It may still be good. Let's get some bare brass showing here. No, I always call it copper, but honestly I believe it's brass. or copper, I don't know. Alright. See if I can, so you guys can see it. I'm gonna have to move everything. Alright, let's see. What does this thing tell us? Resistor's still good. Awesome. Despite the fact that coating's missing on it. I mean, at this age they all have coating missing on it. But the readings tell us it's good. So, got a good resistor there, and I'm assuming this capacitor is also good. Like I said, I think this thing may have been just like used recently. I mean, it might have sat for a long time without being used and then just been used recently, or vice versa. But it hasn't been used much. I mean, it's not dirty. It's got a little flour in there, but I mean, the parts, I mean, that thing looks brand new. The parts in, oops, sorry, that thing looks brand new. The parts in here just are not dirty. Let's get you guys back up where you can see here. So, yeah, aside from a little bit of flour in here, I mean, a lot of times you see these parts are just darkened from dirt and dingy and got grunge on them. Yeah, this one is like really nice. I'm impressed. This is so hard to see with this camera in the way. Alright, let's take a look at our brushes here. They look brand new, which I kind of expected. Emily's got her a very low miles machine here. Of course, it doesn't mean that that's going to be easy to get out. Okay, well that will loosen up. But we got to get this off. Alright, just moved. Maybe that means we can get it off now. Or not. It's really on there. There we go. It's coming out with the armature though. You see, I mean, that armature looks good. It's got discoloring on it from the brushes, but I mean, it's very light. I mean, even the copper on this thing looks brand new. This thing is amazing. It's like a little time capsule. That just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's got some flour on it. And if you look inside, there's just a couple little specks of flour there, but everything else looks spotless in there. This is unbelievable. I'm like blown away by this. Alright. Let's see how the cord held up in here. Hard to say. Alright, I'm going to do something here. Try to feed this cord through and see what is that. Alright. You can see that shiny spot right there. I thought the cord had worn through, but it's just like silver on the cord. But honestly, this cord even is in great shape. I don't know. This thing is like very well preserved. I don't know. But we're gonna leave this cord on there because the outside of the cord looks excellent also. And so does the inner insulation, so we're just going to leave it right on there. Like I said, that thing's just amazing. This is white and it's got phone. Alright, sorry about that. As I was saying, you know, this is a white and black machine, but it's got black lettering on it. Oh, it's got the red. I mean, this is normally black, but this right here, the Sunbeam, is red. It's black on this one, so that's kind of interesting. But anyways, let's keep working on this and see if I can get the camera up here where it needs to be. God, I need some kind of camera setup. This is ridiculous. Alright, so we need to get these gears and shafts out. And that way we can get all the rest of this old grease out of here. I mean, there's no issues with these rotating really either. I mean, this one right here is a little stiff, but not bad. I mean, it'll be much better once it's all fresh. But, you know, the thing that always surprises me, you know, is a lot of these ones that hardly any use. You know, these things are always either really hard to turn or they're completely seized up. These shafts here, and this one, you know, it had to have sat somewhere for a really long time, and it's not seized up at all. So, and it doesn't appear that somebody had to dump a bunch of, you know, oil or whatever in it to get it to move either. It's pretty wild. Alright, all these parts are going to get degreased in there. Wipe my hands off a bit. Alright, time to get rid of some of this grease here. I gotta get rid of some of these cords too. Alright, I think I'm just going to keep working on wiping this out. There must be an easier way to get all this grease out of here, huh? One other thing I wanted to work on here is I was going to lube up the bearing on here, but and that's, I still can, but the turntable is rusted into the bushing down here, so I got some penetrant on there. I'm going to try and get that off, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, well, that was absolutely a chore to get that bearing off of there. You see the rust that's on there now, so I'm going to have to get that cleaned up good. But we did save the turntable. However, we didn't save the bearing. As you see, it's just so rusty in there. You know, we tried everything. We tried a puller on it, and letting it soak overnight with penetrant on it, and a couple times during the night I just got a little extra on there, and yeah, it just wouldn't it wouldn't budge. So I ended up actually wrapped this up in foil. Whew, damn, it's still hot. Wrapped this up in foil to protect the bakelite on here, and just heated up after the press. You know, just destroyed the rest of the bearing. This part was stuck on, but all the way down. So I just wrapped this in foil and just heated this collet part up as hot as I could get it with a heat gun, and basically clamped my vice grips on it, and then just started, you know, working this back and forth till it finally broke loose and came off. So I've got another bearing I'm going to put in the base here, but now you can see one of the main reasons I want to get that off. You can see all the dirt that was underneath that turntable that there was no way to get to, so now we can get that all cleaned off, get a new bearing or a replacement bearing in there, and then get this all put back together. Alright, so we've got it all done now, got everything cleaned out, greased up, lubed up. We did this capacitor that I thought, you know, looked brand new, so I thought it would be good, ended up not being good, so we did replace a capacitor in it. And the nice thing is we got this off, and I was able to get a different bearing in there, and got that all lubed up, so, and was able to clean this underneath there, because that was pretty dirty, because once this don't come off, anything that goes underneath there stays underneath there. So now, you know, turns good, and you can just lift it right off to clean under there. So perfect win-win. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn this on and give her a listen to. Alright, so she runs nice and smooth now, and I mean, this thing is nice. I mean, I thought we were going to have to polish up this base here, but once I cleaned it off, I mean, it looks like a brand new base on there. This thing is just amazing to look at. So we're going to get this all packed up now, wipe it down one more time, and we'll get it on back home. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to those as soon as I can. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.